So I got a hack for you because
Mm.
that's the lion. I mean the mushroom drops, right?
Yeah, yep. The
Remind me.
mushroom
Okay.
lion's cordyceps, yep.
Yep, the lion's mane. Okay, yeah, because I put lion's mane in my matcha every morning. So like you could real get creative with it because just from a lot of things. Let me say this. So like one of the biggest spaces right now on social media outside of like health and wellness is like personal development. And
Mm.
if you like
Mm.
kind of narrow personal development down, like a lot of people are dealing with fatigue and burnout. That's
Yep.
actually like the lane that I'm going to be going into for 2026 is the fatigue and burnout lane.
Mm.
And so I think because with the lion's mane, it's a focus. Um, I believe it optimizes for focus and digestion, right?
Yep. So yeah,
Okay.
so lion's mane is it helps with focus, memory, helps with NGF growth factor in your brain, uh fatigue, cortisol levels, stress levels, and then the cordyceps is like your body's natural energy levels. So on a cellular level, your body's ATP production for endurance. So that's why I put those. To tell the truth, what you're talking about right now is stress and fatigue and burnout. That's the reason I started creating this last year. Like
Mm,
time last year, I was like, when I tell you I was burnt out, like I met with Dave, like, bro, I can't do this shit. Like I had stressful clients. I feel like I was doing everything. I just had another baby. And it was the first time where I didn't know, it was hard to explain to anyone how I was feeling. Like I didn't know if I had anxiety. I didn't know if I was stressed. I
yeah.
didn't know what was wrong with me, but I was like, okay, I'm never drinking. I'm cutting caffeine out. I'm doing this. And I just started researching. I started taking lines, man. I started taking cordyceps, seeing that it could help me. And once I was in that space, it was like, in my opinion, a lot of products are crap. Like it's just straight shit from China. It's nothing in the pills unless you're gonna take 30 of them at a time. Um,
Additives.
yeah, exactly. The coffees are mixed with a lot of sweeteners, just a bunch of fillers, and it's like, okay, I need a pure extract, and a lot of them are strictly alcohol based. So I reached out to one of the top labs and manufacturers in the US. And, I gave my idea, and it was one of them like light bulb things where they looked at each other, looked at me like, you're not going to believe this. And, they're able to get they have a patent. They just got a patent on extraction process. So a dual extract, water based, and, using ultrasonic waves and high grade magnets to get a 25-to-1 extract. And like, we mess, and it still takes 2 months to make it. So like it's not easy stuff, but like when first got some of the samples, and it was like, we're trying to think if we're going to do like, gummies and or shooters, or like if we're going to have flavors, and it came out like sweet, like honey. And I was like, nah, I'm
Shit is
leaving it like
good,
this.
bro.
I'm leaving it straight like this. And it was like one of them things
Hmm.
where I was creating a product for myself. And it was like, I know there's other people in the world that need this. So
Yeah.
now I'm at the point I'm launching it, and I'm excited for it.
So you just so everything you did, and I'm glad this is recorded because everything you just told me, go back and make a video out of all that. You could probably make like 5 videos out of
Man,
just
come
literally
on.
what you said. And that's the goal, bro. Is you
Yeah.
start with the story because nobody can replicate the fact of, man, I don't know if I'm tired. I don't know if I got anxiety. I don't know if I'm
Yep.
depressed. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that I got all these life things happening
Yep.
and I can't get myself under control. So I started taking this
Yep.
insert solution insert salute why solution is different because mine doesn't have sweeteners. Mine
Yep.
is extracted this way. Mine
Yep.
is 25 times more potent,
Yep.
and this is how I'm able to do XYZ.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
your formula of selling out that product and throwing, I mean, getting it out the paint, bro.
Yep.
Like,